The Bearded Collie, or Beardie, is a herding breed of dog once used primarily by Scottish Shepherds, but now mostly a popular family companion. Bearded Collies have an average weight of 18 to 27 kilograms, 40 to 60 pounds. Males are around 51-56 centimeters, 20-22 in, tall at the withers, while females are around 51-53 centimeters, 20-21 in, tall. History. The legend of the Bearded Collie's origin is that the ancestors of what is today the Polish lowland sheepdog were abandoned on the shores of Scotland, and these dogs then bred with native herding dogs. A variant on this story is that Kazimierz Grabski, a Polish merchant, reportedly traded a shipment of grain for sheep in Scotland in 1514 and brought 6 Polish lowland sheepdogs to move them. A Scottish shepherd was so impressed with the herding ability of the dogs that he traded several sheep for several dogs. The Polish sheepdogs were bred with local Scottish dogs to produce the Bearded Collie. It is generally agreed that Mrs. G. Olive Willison founded the modern Bearded Collie in 1944 with her brown bitch, Jeanie of Bethkenner. Jeanie was supposedly a Shetland sheepdog, but Mrs. Willison received a Bearded Collie by accident. She was so fascinated by the dog that she wanted to begin breeding, so she began searching for a dog for Jeanie. While walking along the beach, Mrs. Willison met a man who was emigrating from Scotland. She became the owner of his grey dog, David, who became Bailey of Bethkenner. Bailey and Jeanie of Bethkenner are the founders of the modern breed. There are only a few other registrable bloodlines, preserved in large part by the perseverance of Mr. Nicholas Broadbridge, Solon, and Mrs. Betty Foster, Breedon. These are based on Turnbull's Blue, a Bearded Collie from pure working stock, registered in ISDS, when ISDS still registered non-border collies. He sired 3 litters of registrable Bearded Collies. The breed became popular during the last half of the 20th century, propelled, in part, by Potterdale Classic at Moonhill, a Bearded Collie who won Best in Show at Crufts in 1989. The Bearded Collie Club celebrated its Golden Jubilee in 2005. The Bearded Collie is also very good-natured and as good as a family pet and a working dog and a show dog. Description of the breed. The Bearded Collie is a medium-sized herding dog with long hair and a powerful build. There is a characteristic beard on the face. Dimensions: height up to 54 centimeters, weight up to 21 kilograms. The head is of the correct shape, well proportioned. The skull is broad, square and flattened. Smooth transition from forehead to muzzle. The muzzle is powerful. The nose is large and square, most often black. In dogs with blue and brown hair, the color of the lobes corresponds to the color of the coat. The eyes are wide apart. The color of the iris depends on the type of color. It should be in harmony with the basic tone of the coat. The ears are drooping, medium in size. Scissor bite. The teeth are strong and well developed. Jaws with a powerful grip. The neck is muscular, moderately long, with a smooth curve. The chest is set deep. The back is strong, muscular, slightly sloping. Ribs are barrel-shaped. The limbs are straight, the paws are oval, the toes are arched. The paw pads are thick, with dense skin. The tail is natural, not docked, abundantly covered with hair. In general, Beardies are harmoniously built dogs with a stocky build. Colors and coat. Bearded Collies are covered with long straight hair. The outer hair is soft with a dense structure. The undercoat is dense and abundant. On the face, bushy eyebrows, beard and mustache. Wave is acceptable. Dogs with curly coats are considered a marriage. Another violation of the standard is an overly thick fur coat. Colors: gray, the black, red-brown, brown, beige. White is permissible in the area of the limbs, neck, abdomen and chest. There may be a white mark on the tail, muzzle and forehead. As pets, the Bearded Collie ranks 117 out of 175 breeds in popularity in the United States, according to the American Kennel Club's yearly breed ranking. A Bearded Collie is best obtained from a reputable breeder or a dog rescue. There are Beardie rescue associations, such as Bearded Collie Rescue and Rescue Me. These organizations attempt to place unwanted puppies and dogs into appropriate loving homes. Most Bearded Collie breeders take great care in breeding, raising and placing their puppies. Due to this, Bearded Collies are considered an unspoiled breed. Bearded Collies make excellent pets for those willing to accommodate their high energy level. They are very enthusiastic and have a bouncy nature. They also require regular grooming. Weekly brushing is mandatory for keeping their long hair mat-free. Some Bearded Collie owners opt to keep their pets in a puppy cut haircut, which reduces, but does not eliminate, the need for brushing. Bearded Collies are an energetic breed, originally intended to work in the Scottish Highlands herding sheep. They also excel at treatball, dog agility and obedience trials. A loyal and family-friendly dog, the Beardie can add years of pet ownership enjoyment to the home. They have keen problem-solving abilities and are entertaining to watch. In training, Beardies can be independent, they will go from A to B, but maybe not via the expected route. One of the most common problems for new Beardie owners is the breed's intelligence makes them prone to get quickly fed up if training gets too repetitive. Working life. The Bearded Collie is used to herd both sheep and cattle. It is essentially a working dog bred to be hardy and reliable, able to stand up to the harshest conditions and the toughest sheep. The working Bearded Collie has become less common in the last few decades and risk dying out, however, thanks to the efforts of a few shepherds like Tom Muirhead and Peter Wood, the working Beardie has survived and is becoming more popular. It has been exported to Australia and the United States and finds favor among those looking for an independent and intelligent sheepdog. The Working Bearded Collie Society's mission is to preserve the working abilities of non-registered working dogs from bearded ancestors. The website Shepherds with Beardies has much valuable information on the small population of working Beardies. The KC-registered Bearded Collie has fallen into disfavor with the shepherds of Wales, Scotland and elsewhere because of the show breeding community's lack of interest in producing hardy and reliable animals. Show-bred lines tend to develop excessive coats, in particular. However, in some countries, notably Sweden and the United States, herding programs have been developed for the breed. The breed organizations in those countries actively encourage breeders to emphasize qualities other than appearance. The Bearded Collie may have earned its nickname Bouncing Beardie because the dogs would work in thick underbrush on hillsides. They would bounce to catch sight of the sheep. Beardies also have a characteristic way of facing a stubborn ewe, barking and bouncing on the forelegs. Whatever the reason, a typical Bearded Collie is an enthusiastic herding dog which requires structure and care. It moves stock with body, bark and bounce as required. Very few Beardies show eye when working, most are upright. Herding instincts and tractability can be assessed in non-competitive herding tests. Beardies exhibiting basic herding instincts can be trained to compete in herding trials. Care and maintenance. Beardies can be kept in a country house or apartment. The main thing is to provide the dog with a sufficient level of physical activity and take it out for a walk without a leash 2 times a week. Thick and long coat needs regular grooming. Every 3 days the dog is combed out with a metal-toothed comb. During seasonal molting, the procedure is performed daily. Comb the pet for at least 15 minutes. The mats are taken apart by hand. The dog is washed with a special shampoo every couple of months. If the coat gets dirty quickly, the procedure is carried out once a month. Particular attention is paid to the signature beard. Trash and food debris get stuck in it. It is wiped with a damp towel or napkin. If hygiene is neglected, a sharp, specific smell will come from the beard. In addition, the risk of infection is high. Hair above the eyes is collected in a ponytail or bun. Long hair can injure the cornea. Beardies have strong teeth by nature, so it will be enough to brush them once a week with toothpaste. Dogs. Alternatively, specially coated bones are used. The eyes are cleared as needed. To do this, use a cotton swab dipped in warm water or chamomile infusion. Movements should be directed towards the corner of the eye. The ears are examined regularly and wiped on a weekly basis. You can also use special cleansing lotions. Claws are cut twice a month if they are not worn down during walks. Beardies can be fed home-cooked meals or dry foods. The choice of food depends on the preferences of the owner. The main thing is to stick to one feeding system. If the owner is a supporter of drying, he should feed the dog with premium and super premium food. Economy class dry food provokes allergies, urolithiasis, poisoning and indigestion. Health. The size of an average litter is 7 pups. Mortality. The median longevity of Bearded Collies from recent UK and USA-Canada surveys is 12.8 years. Beardies in the UK surveys lived longer than their USA-Canada counterparts. Most purebred breeds have median longevities between 10 and 13 years, and most breeds similar in size to Bearded Collies have median longevities between 11 and 13 years, so the lifespan of Bearded Collies appears to be on the high end compared with other breeds. Individual dogs may die much earlier or later than the median. In a 1996 USA-Canada survey, 32% of Beardies died before the age of 9. However, 12% lived longer than 14 years. The eldest of the 278 deceased dogs in the 2004 UK Kennel Club survey died at 19.5 years. The age of death of the oldest dog in the USA-Canada survey was not reported. Leading causes of death among Beardies in the UK are old age, 26%, cancer, 19%, cerebrovascular disease, 9%, and chronic kidney failure, 8%. Morbidity. Bearded Collie owners in the UK reported that the most common health issues among living dogs were musculoskeletal, mostly arthritis and cruciate ligament rupture, gastrointestinal and urologic diseases. Beardie owners in the US and Canada reported that the most common health problems were hypothyroidism, cancer, hypodrenocorticism, arthritis and skin problems. Morbidity in the two studies is not easily compared, however. The UK report grouped diseases, while the USA.Canada report ranked more specific conditions. Further existing breed dispositions of the bearded collie include dermatological conditions, such as pemphigus foliaceus and black skin disease, follicular dysplasia, musculoskeletal conditions such as congenital elbow luxation, ocular conditions, such as corneal dystrophy, cataract and generalized progressive retinal atrophy. In popular culture, the role of Nana in the original production of the James Barrie play Peter Pan was performed by a bearded collie. A bearded collie named Cole featured in the 2006 film The Shaggy Dog starring Tim Allen. Ralphie, a bearded collie, appears in the 2009 film Hotel for Dogs. Where to buy and price. The best place to buy a puppy is at an officially registered kennel. A good pedigree guarantees the health of the offspring and a strong psyche. In addition, breeders enter into contracts with veterinary clinics for routine vaccinations and examinations. The prospective owner can review the puppy's and parents' medical records. Kennel puppies have basic social skills and are not afraid of people. Well-bred dogs instill rules of behavior in cubs. Before buying a puppy, it is recommended to visit different breeders, read reviews on the internet, and think about the content. This will help you make an informed decision. Bearded collies are loyal friends and good companions. They adore their owners and are ready to be with them 24 hours a day. This playful, cheerful breed will not leave anyone indifferent. Beardie needs a disciplined, firm master. If the dog recognizes him as a leader, he will be docile and obedient. The average price for a bearded collie puppy is $1,400 US.